Welcome to Date Night Podcast.
A tabletop role-playing game podcast set in the homebrew world of Volyanaya.
Let's explore a whole new world together.
All right, so you guys head into the dungeon of our Dungeons and Dragons portion
After
here.
we eat dinner.
Wait,
After dinner.
is there a dragon in this dungeon of Dungeons and Dragons?
Little kobolds.
Kobolds are dragon
They
creatures.
speak
in this.
Draconic.
In
and-
my head, they're still the little dog creatures from WoW.
So there's this wide constructed entrance into the earth that quickly narrows and begins a descent. The air that comes up from inside the tunnel is cool and damp, and as you enter, light quickly becomes dim, and as soon as you turn a couple of corners, it's pitch black. So
Should
you're-
I light a torch?
I mean, probably.
For why?
All right,
Oh.
great.
I can't.
Here.
I can't do
No.
I can't do my little trick without expending key points. So yeah.
I can see perfectly.
And you think you're going to need
Flint.
those?
I mean, if we're gonna fight something, yeah, probably.
I don't
They
like
say
the
that there's
dark.
kobolds in here, so yeah.
I mean, ideally, we'd be able to do it without fighting and just kind of sneak around, but I don't see that working out for us, so.
Yeah, my stealth is not that great.
Mine's pretty good.
Can I turn into
you
a
don't
mole?
say.
Roll bad.
Can I turn into a giant mole?
You could. Yeah.
Giant mole? Is that an option?
There's probably something close enough that it would be.
Giant bat.
Well, I'm mole so I can
Four.
dig.
Something with a burrow speed. I'm
That's
sure there's
Giant
small
centipede.
I get 3, right?
Say
At
crab.
2, 3.
stuff. I don't know what Circle of the Moon gets. Badger
plus
doesn't
what?
have burrow, huh?
They get a moon.
How many wild shapes do I get, Amy? Do you know?
Beetles have burrow,
Which moon?
Steve?
I thought.
Whoops, that's Trixie.
You need this?
Oh, yeah.
You can stay in B shape for a number of hours equal to half your druid level rounded down.
Giant badger has a burrow speed of 10 feet.
Badger.
Can burrow up to 10
Twice
feet.
a day at level 5
And it's
for
fairly...
Bogs and Moon Druid.
I mean, it's not a CR1, but
But he's not a level 5.
But I'm not
druid.
level 5, so
No.
I can only do
Two.
it once a day.
Wait, you're not
Probably.
level 5?
he's level 2 druid.
So
Yeah.
once a day.
Okay.
Well,
Then I'm not going to do that. We'll see.
I think it might be twice, but let me double check.
I'm looking.
It's okay. You don't have to do it right now anyway. We're just walking. Through the dungeon.
I can't look it up because my phone's over there charging.
Oh, look.
My phone's not holding a
If
charge.
I get there
right
first.
Two.
Classic
2
D&D
a
rule
day.
race.
now. No, level 2. Circle of the Moon. Not the chart.
Does Circle of the Moon mean you can do it more often? Or
You can. I don't think it's more often, but you get
You can use
higher
this feature
credit rating.
twice.
Credit rating.
twice?
Challenge
Short
rating.
rest, probably, though, right?
Yes,
Isn't
short
it?
rest, short or long rest.
Short
Cool.
one, yes.
Twice,
Rad.
twice per short rest.
Rad. All right.
Do you want to be a badger?
Yeah. Why not? I'll probably get some sort of like
You do. Giant badger.
earth sense.
All right, so you watch as Tobias shrinks down into the form of a large badger, still fairly small in comparison, in front of you. And you head down, it's sort of like a spiraling staircase. And you feel like you do maybe like a full circle eventually, but you're also really descending. It's fairly steep. It's like a ramp, though, not stairs. And then the path straightens and levels out a bit. Ahead, the tunnel splits into a 4-way intersection. There's the way you're coming from, a left, a right, and straight ahead. What would you like to do?
Probably roll a d4.
Getting flashbacks.
Do I get
that
any
time
kind
I
of
got stuck in the
like
FBI
badger
cave.
senses?
Whatever the badgers have, I don't know.
Advantage on perception that rely on smell.
Okay. You could smell.
Can
Do you smell people?
Can I smell the general's cologne?
You
How
don't
would you know what that
he
smelled like?
has.
I got 8 both times. So,
This was a good rule check.
yeah, wisdom. No, perception. Which is based off of wisdom, which is +1. 9.
Unclear.
Wick is looking at
Smells
the ground.
earthy.
Personally, I vote for straight ahead, based on no evidence whatsoever.
What are you looking for?
Footprints.
Okay.
of any sort.
Wysdoms.
I'm guessing that's perception.
Well, just looking for them, maybe investigation.
Yeah, that's worse. 8. It's hard rock.
Yeah, it's carved out in here pretty good. It's not really dusty or anything. You can tell that this looks like
There's no footprints.
this is not natural. Like, this is not a natural cave. This is a carved out sort of excavation.
I'll dig 10 feet down.
Okay,
How is that helpful?
you
What if
do.
there's a tunnel? Is there another tunnel that I run into, or?
No, you go 10 feet down into the earth, and it's kind of rocky soil, but it's not complete bedrock.
I'm gonna go straight ahead.
For some stupid reason, I put a handful into my pocket.
Yeah, I'm going to follow.
You go straight ahead, maybe,
Pocket full of dirt. Add to inventory.
Yep.
and you get
You should
to
put it
the
in a
intersection
container,
where
like
it
a jar or
splits.
something.
Nope, it's in my pocket.
And from there, you can see that straight ahead opens up into a larger room. So you continue forward, and as you get there, you look around. It's about a 30-foot square room. There's a couple of wood supports stretching up to the ceiling in the center, sort of holding it up. And there are bedrolls scattered near the walls. It looks like there was some sort of stove or fire near the middle that vents up through a really narrow hole that has just a little bit of sunlight streaming down into this particular room.
Okay, so this is where their camp was.
There are a few tables, pots, pans scattered around the room. And other than the way you came in, you can see that there's also a curtain hanging across sort of another way out of this room. So there's the way you came in and another door
Can I peek
or
behind
opening.
and that's like a hallway behind it?
Yeah, if you walk up to the curtain and look behind, you can see that it leads to another smaller room on the other side.
I'll probably then shuffle through some of the stuff that may be left behind.
In this room that you're in, okay, anybody who wants to look around can certainly try to investigate.
9.
Nat 20.
20.
Oh boy.
5.
5, you find some...
I have a -1 to intelligence checks, but that doesn't matter.
Right. You find some old books laying around, nothing that seems particularly interesting. What did you have, Amy?
Not good enough. 9.
You find a pouch containing 4 silver pieces.
Oh!
I put the silver pieces into my regular pouch, and I put the dirt into that pouch.
What were your 2 numbers?
20.
And nat 20. With a 20, you actually find a lantern near one of the things. Anybody probably would have seen the lantern. And you also find a potion of some kind. It's got brown and silver and gray levels. It almost looks like levels of dirt or strata in it. Fable, you find a little pouch inside one of the pillowcases on one of the beds or bedrolls that contains a small onyx dice set. It's just 2 6-sided dice and a very small bottle, smaller than the potion bottle, of a silvery gleaming viscous kind of liquid, almost oily looking liquid.
Okay.
Troll's not.
Okay. So you guys kind of turn and toss this room with a pretty good investigation, taking a few minutes, moving around, and with the light of the actual daylight and the torch, it's fairly easy to see in here. You think you've done a pretty thorough job of searching it.
Okay, maybe right?
You?
Or we could continue down this tunnel here.
I thought it was just a room.
The
There's
room
room
has
and then there's-
another exit from it
Oh.
that had a curtain across it.
Oh.
Let's keep going.
Let's go that way.
Yeah.
You slide the curtain aside. It's more of, I guess, like a canvas tarp, but it's being used to kind of separate these 2 rooms. And when you peek inside, you can see that there's a hammock with some cushions on it in the far corner of the room. It's pretty small. There's a lightweight desk that looks like it folded out and into
I don't
place
trust desks.
against the north wall. And there's a gnome or halfling-sized chair against it, and a number of books stacked up beside it on top of an old empty Looks like it used to be an equipment crate or something, but it's sort of just used as like a table or shelf at this point.
On the books, anything interesting?
Let's see. I just make an investigation for that too, if you're investigating just the books.
15.
Okay.
18.
Some of these are hardbound with no titles or anything on the cover, so you actually have to flip through them a little bit. And when you start flipping through, maybe a third of them are in the same hand, like they're written by the same person. What languages do you know?
I know Common, Celestial, and Infernal.
What do you know if you're also looking?
Common, deep speech, quaileth.
Can't read his own handwriting.
Abyssal,
Infernal.
I think. Oh, infernal.
And druidic. And common and...
Right. You can't tell exactly, but based on the runes, they're in dwarvish script, but might not necessarily.
Don't forget, her master is a dwarf.
Can you read, though?
That wink, man.
Is that a yes?
Yes, I was raised in the monastery. I might not be the greatest reader, but I can read.
It's in Gnomish. So you hand her the book with what you think is dwarvish
This
script.
looks like Dwarvish?
It shares with Gnomish that she
Oh yeah,
says she
this is
can read.
totally not dwarvish. You said it was dwarvish.
I don't
Is it
know.
Elvish? Because I can read Elvish.
It
Here.
says.
Oh, that's not Elvish.
Yeah, this ain't dwarvish.
All right.
Hmm?
I'll take the 3 that are written in Gnomish and put them in my bag.
Okay.
Like, the 3 that are obviously written by the same person.
The others are written in a variety of different languages and are on different subjects. There are books here about the gods, mostly those of lawful, which are kind of the ones that you would also serve in your monastery in terms of Arcadia. There's also stuff about the plains of Mechanus, Shadowfell, the Feywild, and Elysium.
Boring.
With you had an 18.
Yeah.
There's also, you're flipping through one on Mechanus, and there's just sketches of like mechanical men that are central to one of the books. And as you're looking and you sort of toss the book back down, you hear something fall over inside the crate. And you reach your hand down and kind of open one of the panels on it, like one of the boards is loose, and it pops off, and it's got a little cabinet sort of on the inside.
Facehugger.
I am a face hugger.
It's sort of made out of extra pieces of pallets from around the camp, and on it there's a couple of really old books, and these are written in Elvish, which some of you speak.
And what?
Elvish.
Elvish.
Elvish. That's how elves talk, y'all. They're
Daffodil
they're
Elvish.
pretty dense, so you would have to take a while to read them if you wanted to get much out of them. But the titles are The Rise and Fall of the Crimson Bailiff, Taming the Hells, and Artifacts of the Ancients.
Can I flip through? Oh, I guess I can't read Elvish.
Right. Yeah, they're
What
Elvish.
about Elvish?
I can read Elvish.
But if you showed them to either Syl
We can read
or Fable
Elvish.
or Wish.
Checking this.
they
Yeah.
read Elvish.
Get it?
I do.
Sorry.
They would get the titles, and like I said, they would say they're pretty dense, and they'd have to sit down with them and actually read them.
In the one about the olds, check and see if there's anything about the gate.
Okay. So Fable, you want to roll that, or you want Syl to roll that?
That seems like a Syl kind of thing.
Yeah, let me see it. I love stuff that's written in Elvish. That's a natural 20.
Oh my god.
She just looks at the table of contents and she goes like, I see how this is arranged. Yeah, the gate. And she opens the book to the page and she goes, gates. Here they are. Yeah.
I'm so proud of you, Sil.
See, if you'd handed it to me, I wouldn't have rolled a nat 20.
Let's see. There was a...
Oh, she just creeped me out.
Oh, there's a really interesting one in here, actually. There's somebody named Quartermain's Gate. And this is sort of a portal. It's
It's
weird.
perfect that this was the DM that rolled in that 20.
I don't even have my crate with any of those notes, so maybe it's not.
Do you need me to go get it?
No. This was sort of a portal, maybe to another. It's weird. The word here that they use in Elvish could mean another planet or another plane. I'm kind of unsure which, or maybe outside of the plane. Anyway, this could be used to make a connection, and Quartermain apparently used it to banish some creatures found guilty in Primus's court.
Huh. Sounds like something we shouldn't mess with.
Or give access to a gnome
Oh,
who
that's what he was talking about.
wants power.
Kind of what she gleans about the gate. It's not a whole lot of information about it in here. And then she says it sort of then starts to get into rumors and things like that. And then it moves on to sort of the next entry, and the next artifact.
Wick is totally looking for alcohol.
Okay.
That's
Didn't-
just a given at
didn't
any
find
minute.
any.
You don't need to say it.
With the well, you haven't investigated in this room yet, so go ahead.
Investigation
You
is a
investigated
16.
in the last room. You find a small portrait of a gnome couple that had fallen off the desk in the room and onto the floor.
Aw.
Oh,
And
look at that. Toss it behind me.
while you're under there tossing it, you do find a little bottle next to the leg, kind of behind the leg of the desk. And you look at it, and it seems to be a
Eric
bottle
does a
of
better
pretty
job of
clear
hiding it.
looking liquor. And you give it a whiff, and it's really strong.
Great, I've got more firewater. Tiny sip.
That'll really wreck a gnome,
Okay.
though, huh?
Tiny, in air quotes, sip.
Your gulp of it reveals
tiny
it's corn liquor. It's pretty strong.
Okay.
Roll for blindness.
Roll for corn.
Always roll for corn.
You get a +1. At least I always
16
did.
for corn.
It's corn.
Oh, all right. No.
Wick tastes it. She's like, "That's corn, baby."
Art does a better job.
Whoa.
Eric?
Alright.
Art.
There's no other places to go.
Bad with vowels.
We've learned about the gate a little bit. Do you all want to move on?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we should. Still trying to find that general guy.
Yep.
I'm probably
And
not a
that
badger
means-
anymore.
People. 1 hour. No,
Since
how?
you're talking.
And reading books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a waste of a wild shape.
Okay, we could probably
You
use
still
your
have a
dark
lot of-
vision more than anything in here.
Dirt in your tentacles from burrowing. So there's that.
Oh, nice.
You know. Earth. All right. So you head back out. Are you heading back to the intersection, or?
Sure.
Let's
Yeah.
go left.
That's,
All right.
Left?
So left from this direction, right from
Coming
the
back.
original direction. As you get to the intersection and look down, you can see it sort of curves away about 15 feet from where it is, and you can't see kind of where it goes. It looks like it ducks.
Does left sound good still? I got a torch.
Let me go ahead and get all your guys' stuff in terms of like how you're moving, who's in the front.
I think
Right now,
that
me
kind
in
I
front.
think the illithid should go in front.
I'll go in the front.
It's nothing
Okay.
personal. Just if you
Sex.
got
Got
a best.
120.
Second with the torch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm like, let's go left. And then
I'll
I'm like,
take
I
up the
can't
rear
see.
Okay.
and make sure Syl doesn't get lost.
She'll stand in front of you then, and you'll be dead center then.
Sure.
All right. So you're heading down. When you get to it, it starts to not only curve, you realize it starts to dip pretty quickly, and it takes you through this sort of twisting spiral that moves you a little bit further down into the earth. And then it kind of makes a left, and you actually straighten out for a little while. And you could roll a survival check if you want.
I'll just let the dude.
25.
And it's not a super big revelation, but you think you're under where the gnome camp was now. Like you've completely circled back around and made it under the camp. And then you hook around another corner, almost around where like that was Wysdom's room that you guys were in, sort of under that. And then it straightens, but goes real steep on a ramp straight in front of you for about 40 feet or so before it curves away again out of sight. In front of you, you can see that near the bottom of the steps here are a bunch of pots or barrels. It's hard to tell in the gray kind of dark vision that you have, that are kind of near that curve. And yeah, that's probably what you see from up top.
Let's go.
Okay. As you continue down the hall, you get to what you can't really see until you're right beside it. And so you two would see it first, being in the front. There's just... it looks kind of like a door, but there's no handle on it or anything. It's just this scraps of wood and iron and rope that's over top of a section of the wall beside you.
Like a curtain made of these things.
Or just
I mean, it's kind of like a door with no handle, but
board.
just made out of scraps.
and just leaned up.
But you don't
against
see
it.
any hinges or anything like that.
Isn't that just a bad wall?
Yeah.
A covering.
I push it.
Okay.
I was
It's
gonna say,
Why don't we just
pretty solid.
Gently move it.
yeah, lift and push it to the side.
okay. And when you go to lift it, it doesn't budge unless you're really gonna.
Here,
try. It's
hold
up to
this.
I mean, I think as long as we can push it.
you. All right. Roll a strength strength check.
I mean, are we all trying at the same time?
8.
Mm.
Can you
Wick
help me?
Just.
That's
Better.
19.
Yeah. So Wick's trying to lift it up, but it's just like hitting into the ceiling above, and Fable just pushes it forward, and it busts inward.
Oh,
Well,
And-
that wasn't exactly what I meant to do.
Oh, you should have
push,
rolled
not
higher.
pull.
Right.
And with your passive perception, you hear a chitter from inside there.
Kobolds.
when that
Was it a
happens.
kobold? Was it a kobold kind of chitter, or
Yeah.
Kobold.
Is
kind
that
of
before the
chitter,
ramp
Specifically.
or after the ramp?
It was a siding kind of
On
in the
the
middle
ramp?
of the ramp. Does it? I mean, you kind of push that thing in, but are you? I didn't say anybody like followed in there, so you could go in there. You could continue down the ramp.
Tobias, what do your terrible eyes see?
17.
You peek in.
Just a little bit.
All right. As soon as you
Stealthily.
okay, roll a stealth check.
I take the torch back.
Not 20 plus 3.
I don't know how, because this is a pretty small room.
It's his
Only
favorite
15
terrain.
feet away, as you peek in the door, you see kobolds hiding as far as they can be away from the door, but you peek back out seemingly before they saw you, but they know you're there because you guys just busted the door open.
Fireball.
I don't.
Fire water.
are there kobold civilians?
Yeah,
Like, are we about to commit genocide?
and
Like-
from with your passive, as he's peeking in and kind of tells you that the kobolds are in, you see another step in near the barrels. Looks like it's wearing almost like a sheet over its head, but you can still see through it. And it sees you guys. It takes its sling and gets ready to throw up at you.
Can I throw a dart at it first?
Yeah, I think we'll roll initiative for that.
It's gonna throw up on us.
It's trying to throw the rock. You want to just roll these two for the moment, and we will roll them all in.
Oh, I just rolled good.
Let's go ahead and roll them. Well, I got a nat 20, so let's
Oh,
just
you-
do this. He's just going to fling the rock, and then he's going to move back around the corner.
Okay.
So he flings a rock at you. He misses, and he goes back around the corner, the other way a little bit.
Okay.
Now, if you guys want to start something, we can all
21.
roll initiative. Okay.
He, with the people in the room hiding, is that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to. They're cowering.
Well, if they don't come out to attack, we'll leave them there.
I'll just attack.
Right,
the one
but
who
there's
attacked
also
us.
stuff like the other one down in the hallway who just attacked you guys.
We're
so
attacking the one in the hallway, not the.
Oh,
It depends
okay.
what you
ones in
guys
the
are
room.
doing.
This is
If you're not going to fight,
Wait, I thought
It's
they
okay,
were
but
all
he
in the
might
room.
come back and fling another rock at you in another turn or two. We'll have to see.
It's a rock.
Wait, are the people in
54.
the kobolds in the room attacking us, or the kobold down the hill?
Down the hill
Kobolds
attacked
have
you with a
tendency
rock.
to swarm
Okay.
after a while if you don't take care
How
of the
many did I
scouts.
see that were in there?
In the quick glance, they're kind of huddled all together, but maybe half a dozen of them.
6. I walk in.
Okay.
And
They
And-
spring out at you.
In Quailith, I say, "I'm not here to hurt you."
Future me hates how drawn out that was.
feel that in the back of my
And with
neck.
that, let's roll initiative, please.
Aw.
Again?
21.
They also don't speak Quailith. No, whatever your initiative was.
Okay.
20.
All right. Shay,
14.
you're higher than them. Tobias,
20.
Sorry, 15.
Also
That's where I'm
higher than
anyways. Sorry.
Fable,
21.
Wick,
13.
Oh. It was going to happen either way.
I had a Kalman moment with Scylla.
what's your dex?
Oh, he's running.
It's +4.
All right.
I know who I must kill.
The child?
The child with higher dexterity than me.
There's
accent
only
is
one
that?
thing
I don't
worse.
know.
It reminded me
I gotta
of
write
Zev.
some stuff down.
Would have thought more Sowl, but
It was like confident Zev.
okay.
Oh no, what did I do?
I don't know what you did, but I know what I did last week. I'm sorry, Zev.
I know what you did last summer.
Yep.
This was marking
Try to
a
be
page
nice
for
about
me,
it.
and now it's not.
So
All right, so first to act is
The character's bragginess is.
Fable. You see the kobolds inside the little siding area start springing toward Tobias, and you hear further down the hallway multiple kobolds kind of roar.
Guys,
As best I
brace
can.
yourselves. They know we're here.
Down the hallway?
Mm-hmm.
of course, kobold roaring sounds like kittens.
Did you guys know that cheetahs can't roar and they meow?
Oh,
That's really cute.
Not for the gazelles.
yeah, how terrifying would that be? You know, the sound of your death is. It's.
Sorry.
I may be a little distractible. Sorry.
Squirrel. I ate so much. I don't think this one whiskey shot's really going to affect me. Bo, is it my turn?
Yeah, you going inside the room, or what's going on? So you can't see any down the hall because he flung a rock
See,
and then
that's
he ran,
the one that I would want to attack.
and then he screamed or whatever at you guys. So if you wanted to try to see him, you'd have to go down there.
Yeah, I'll go down there.
Okay, so there's easily, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 to get to the crook. So you could definitely make it there with your movement.
Yeah.
And then in front of you, you see this natural cavern that it opens into, but it's still really narrow. And there's 3 kobolds there, all standing with the same stuff, like over top of them. And when you're closer, it's not a sheet. It almost looks like mesh, like from if somebody was panning for gold or something. They've just covered themselves in like that wiring.
Chicken
they're-
wire.
So they're
Yeah.
not the Ku Klux kobolds.
No.
Okay. We should probably delete that one. I'm sorry.
Or we can just keep all the O's. Okay. But you can definitely see them. Once you turn around the corner, they're maybe 8 or 10 feet away from you, all just standing there like, oh, jumping when they see you.
I'm so confused right now.
Okay. In that case, I'll still use my longbow.
Okay.
19.
That hits.
Okay, and then I roll the damage traditionally, and I forget how much my proficiency bonus is.
You, to the damage, add your dex bonus, not the
Yeah.
proficiency.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you are correct. 7.
Yeah, so with
roll
that,
you add your
as
dex
soon as you
and
come
your
around the corner, it's right in your
Yeah.
face and just quick drop right into it. down to the ground, dead.
Sorry.
You get another one if you want to draw
Oh,
real
yeah.
quick.
Not the polite or
Yeah,
spider
the
bow.
Flight of Smiter's coming out.
Oops, sorry.
I've killed 2 creatures in my entire life and was extremely conflicted about it. Like, she's grown up in a peaceful monastery. She's learning martial arts, but this is the first time she's actually had to hurt, much less kill someone. So
Yeah.
I think a little bit of moral conflict is justified.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
goes away.
Anyway, 5.
5 to hit on the second one? Yeah, no, so
Oh, no.
off the wall.
I rolled a 5, but it's plus my 11.
That still misses. It,
Yeah.
it dodges out of the way.
The moral conflict causes you to miss.
It actually gets hung up in some of that wiring that it's wearing over itself. Does that end your turn, or do you want to do anything else?
1d8 plus 3.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Tobias, it's your turn. You've got like 4 of those kobolds that have broken off from the pack to charge at you.
Oh. I charge towards them. And when I'm about 5 feet away, thunder wave.
Oh boy, okay.
Thunder wave.
Do you have that?
Druids.
My brain. Okay.
Um,
My brain is
Can I
still stuck
see
on
the
Grace
PHP?
Wizard because he just cast that in the episode I've listened to.
Player's handbook.
thanks.
I got you covered.
Thunder wave.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na.
So there's 3 downstairs, now 2. At least 3 in the room.
I've lost count. I'm just going to keep meat grinding until they're gone.
Okay. So, oh boy. They got to make Constitution saves. I think you'll get the other guys too, in the room that are behind them.
By the other guys, do you mean your friends?
Nice.
Yeah, that depends how good the wall holds up to the damage, I guess.
But it's a stone wall.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, but it's
Hello,
also
said
right where they
fragment.
had broke it, and it's earth. It's not really stone. Those aren't great Constitution saves. What's your DC?
It is my spell save, which is... you gotta help me one more time. It's
Plus Wiz plus proficiency.
wisdom 8 plus wisdom plus proficiency, right?
Mm-hmm.
8,
Or they get -1.
9, 10, 11, 13, 14. 14.
And they get +1. Nobody makes. So 2d8 thunder damage.
Do I get to add a d4 to that? Or is that for
No, not for
Okay.
a spell.
She's not in sunlight.
1, 2,
So
3 damage, but they all get pushed 15 feet away.
Well, they would. They get pushed back as far as they can get pushed.
Yeah.
That's not enough to break the wall. But that does damage 6 kobolds. And they
if
get
they-
pushed back, like, up against the walls in that room.
Do they get any points for any for getting
Like bludgeoning
Not
damage
Bludgeoning?
against
against
the
the
wall.
wall. I don't
I-
think so.
flip I roll a d4. If it's odds, they do. If they get 1
Okay. Sure.
evens.
They don't. Okay. But the
We're
door
shot.
all around you, like all those pieces, just poof, up into the air, but kind of to no effect. But the kobolds look pretty rough, and it's very loud in this enclosed area, and everybody's ears are now ringing except Fable, who's a little bit further down the hall. Does that end your turn?
What's going on back there?
Yeah.
Okay. The 2 kobolds who were
Darn
kind of all
ringing.
the way in the back, kind of where all of them are now, but where the 2 stayed, are going to do something determined by what I roll here. All right, the first one opens a cage, and a skunk runs forward toward you.
Are they home aloneing us?
Yeah. But the skunk is down here in the initiative. So he releases a skunk. The other one throws a flask at you, sort of a Molotov cocktail type
At me?
device. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my move.
That's
Kind of.
15 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, you take
Oh.
3 fire damage,
Ow.
and you are currently on fire.
Oh.
All right, Tobias is on fire, but I didn't leave much room at the top of my initiative here.
Tobias is
on
on
fire.
fire. So how do I not be on fire? Is it an action or?
It takes an action to put yourself
This is
out.
a little different because it's
Oh.
clinging to you, because it's almost like napalm type stuff. You can make a dex check to try to extinguish it as an action
Okay.
on your turn if you want. You take fire damage at the start of every turn while you're on fire. Okay, that ends the Inventor Kobold's turn. It is Silhouette's turn. She's going to run down there, I think, and follow Fable. So she's going to run down there and see some of the kobolds that are there. She would probably still try to stay behind Fable a little bit, though. Does she have any? Oh, yeah, she's got a sling. So she's going to try to sling some stones at these kobolds. All right, and with that, she does kill both of the other kobolds down there wearing that mesh stuff as she cracks into them with the rocks, and you just watch them kind of over with the 2 slingshots. And she's like, what do we do now? And it's your turn, Shay.
Now, being somewhat deafened because of a thunder wave, I'm going to run in,
Okay.
and I'm not touching that whole mess of what's going on with the fiery illithid.
He's
But-
also got a skunk right in front of him, by the way.
Oh, God.
And then beyond the skunk are kobolds kind of cowering in the corner.
I'm going to use my bonus action to punt the skunk
Uh-huh.
unarmed.
Skunk
I
punt.
guess.
Yeah, as long as you're going to use your action to attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
17 plus things.
You punt a skunk.
For
He has 1 hit point because he's
2
a skunk.
plus. Oh, okay.
So you punt the skunk into the wall, up against the side.
And then 2 darts at 2 different kobolds.
Okay, roll those.
17 plus things and a 14 plus things.
They both hit.
One's for 9 damage, the other one's for 5.
Okay, so you kill 2 of those kobolds in the room. So punt the skunk into the wall, then 2 daggers or darts spike into the 2 kobolds' necks, and they fall over. That ends your turn.
What happened?
Oh.
And the kobolds that are in there, the 2 that aren't Inventor kobolds, charge forward toward you. And let's see. I guess you kind of stepped past Tobias, so they're going to go for you, Shay. And they'll have advantage right next to each other.
Pack tactics.
Yeah, 18 plus something.
Yeah, that hits.
15 plus 4. 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So they do not a whole lot. As they stab into you with their daggers for a total of 11 points of piercing damage. Yeah. High roll. Okay.
Fucking kobolds.
And they stab you that way. This is Date Night, the tabletop role-playing podcast with me, Will, your friendly neighborhood game mom. If you want to learn more about the show, ways to listen, how to get bonus content, and where you can see art and maps, check out our website at datenightpodcast.com. You can also find ways to support the show there, like becoming a premium listener, buying us a pizza for game night, or sponsoring an episode and having your own message read on the show. Click the sponsor or donate tabs to find out more. As always, we appreciate your support in any way, from subscribing, sharing, sponsoring, or listening. Now, let's get back to the story. Wick, it's your turn.
Just to recap,
Mm-hmm.
what's going on?
There's 2 kobolds in that little room fighting Shay and Tobias.
Okay.
Oh, there's 4 in there. Sorry. And then there were some down the stairs. And you saw Fable and Silhouette charge down that way.
and they're all in a group together in the room.
Yeah. Fable, I needed you to make a dex save.
Okay.
Sorry. I missed that.
19.
All right, you would have been fine.
Actually, 22.
Very fine.
Okay, slight confusion there. So everybody's in a tight group there, and it's like a 15-foot room.
Mm-hmm. 2 are right up against Shay, and the other 2 that released the skunk and threw the fire are at the back side of the room. Maybe 5-10 feet from each other.
I guess if I tried my fire breath thing, it would just bounce back.
The big one? 15-foot cone, probably not. Well, it's only 5 foot wide. Yeah, probably.
Fine. I'll punch, and one of them's getting punched with a hand holding a torch.
Okay.
And then, depending on that, that's an 8 plus 6, that's 14.
That hits.
Woohoo! That one will be a 16. One's a 5 plus 5, the other's another 5 plus 5.
These are hurt by the thunder wave. So the 2 that just come up and stab Shay, you just walk in, punch one, slam the other one with the torch, and they drop down to the ground. Now there's 2 kobolds standing on the other side of the room, kind of like, uh-oh.
Go over and kick them with my bonus attack.
Okay.
Maybe not.
No. So you go over to walk toward them and
the
just
wall.
slip on some of the the viscera from these other kobolds that have been killed in here, and manage to keep your footing, but don't really get to attack them.
No, that was not 1. I fell on my butt.
Okay, if you want to. All right.
It's a 1.
The
I'm drunk
next
on it.
thing that happens is
Just to be funny.
you heard when Silhouette ran up
A
behind you.
slide whistle goes off.
Fable, that when Sil came up behind you, you had sort of jumped off the wall and over all those pots, and Sil tried to, and she shattered one, and now you hear the buzzing of
Not the
the bees that have ganged up on
We're
Silhouette.
No.
Her unknowing that she had sort of stepped and busted the pots over there. And she is just swarmed currently by these bees.
She'll be fine.
It's a nat 1, a 3, and a 9. On
They're
those
stinging.
attacks.
As I said, she'll be fine.
She
So
dodges the
she's
bees.
covered in bees. She doesn't even know it. Fable, it's your turn.
Fable, I think they like me.
Fable, look. Beautiful bees. Actually, these would
Oh, they're
be...
so cute.
I have here that they're wasps, not bees.
Oh.
Oh,
Never mind then.
Wonderful bees.
fuck wasps.
And now you kind of get the idea why those kobolds were wearing what they were wearing.
Oh, I get it.
They were trying to handle the wasps in their wire mesh suits.
I know what I want to do, but I can't do it. So, and I can't use my bow on the bees.
Still, hold still.
Fable, why did you shoot me?
I killed one of the bees.
It only had 1 hit point.
I also can't. There's a lot of things I can't do. Are there still kobolds in this hallway, or are they all dead?
You have dark vision, yeah?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you can see maybe 15 feet into the chamber. It kind of does a little twist because it's narrow and a natural cavern. You can see one kind of peeking from out from behind a rock.
Okay. Should I get closer, or is he just gonna have partial cover if I try to shoot at him?
He has half cover right now.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, probably just half cover.
Would that put me at disadvantage?
It just adds 2 to his AC.
Oh, okay. I'll try to shoot him then.
Okay.
15 plus
That hits. That
6. 21.
hits. Definitely hits.
Okay. For 1 point of damage. Plus my dexterity modifier
Yeah.
is 4.
Okay. He's still up, but you stick an arrow into him and kind of...
Oh, that's sad. I don't know. Okay, I have another attack.
Yeah, you could shoot at him again if you wanted.
Yeah, I guess.
He's getting ready to try to hide back behind that rock again, but
Not gonna hit.
okay. So real quick, just and then he does manage to dodge back behind the rock a little bit as it deflects off. Still up.
Can I use my movement to? I'm not gonna say get in between her and the wasps, but insert myself into that situation.
Okay. Join the wasp party.
Yeah,
Got it.
I mean, here's the thing: if all of the wasps are stinging at the same time, then 50% of them could be on me instead
Right.
of 100%.
So trying to draw some of the wasp's ire.
I did the wasp math, and it makes sense.
It does. It does. All right. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Tobias, you're on fire.
Yeah.
So you take 3 points of fire damage.
Okay.
In the room still are the two in the back, the one that hit you with the fire and the one that let the skunk out of the cage.
I'm gonna go run up to the one who hit me with the fire,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to just snap his neck.
Okay. Roll in unarmed attack,
Freezing.
With my
strength and proficiency bonus.
17 plus 3 plus 3.
Yes, that definitely hits. And you just do for an unarmed strike, you do damage equal to 1 plus your strength modifier.
1 plus my strength, which is 3,
So 4 damage?
plus 1 d4 to rolls.
Yes,
2.
for your brute. So 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, these are a little hardier than the other ones, and you just like that, and you hear, and you can tell like he's really hurt, but he's not dead yet.
He's not dead yet. He can dance and he can sing. Hashtag not sponsored.
Okay.
But shouldn't he also be taking fire damage because he's touching someone
Yeah.
who's on napalm?
Oh.
He's not.
He's on Naples.
He's not grappling him.
And then I
Give
hug
him a
him.
hug.
All right, if you're gonna grapple him, make athletics against his.
I mean, if someone who was on fire tried to hug me, I would resist too.
17.
18.
Yeah. So you just cover him up with it, and he will take the fire damage from that. You've got him in your grip. Takes 4 fire damage, and he's burned up. You can hear him kind of yelping, and he's not quite limp in your arms, but you can feel he's weak and trying to struggle.
I hold him closer.
Okay. So he's grappled. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
Okay. It's his turn. He is going to... He's going to try to break the grapple and run. Wait, start of his turn, he takes fire damage. He's
Sure
dead.
does.
Now you feel him fall limp in your arms. The one beside you takes his alchemist's sort of fire stuff and just tries to right up next to you. But he's going to be at disadvantage since it's a ranged strike and you're beside him. Still a 20.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're on fire again, and you take
Double
2.
on fire.
Yeah, you're double fire, right? 2 fire damage.
Wait. Okay. Okay.
Okay. That ends. No, he's going to try to run.
Attack of opportunity.
Mhm.
I want to smack him with his friend. I want to just beat him.
Okay.
What happened
He's got to get past you. He's got to get past you. He's got to get past you, but he's trying to run now that he's the only one in here.
Plus, what is
A weapon attack
a weapon attack? So that's strength.
and proficiency.
15.
That hits. How much?
Disgusting.
How much damage
That also
does
hits.
How much damage does corpse do?
Oh, I forgot you were using that. Probably a D4 bludgeoning plus strength.
9.
9. Okay.
6
Okay.
plus 3, 9.
So 18 between Shay and. So with that, you just bludgeon him, and
Oh
he
my gosh.
spins toward Shay, and Shay takes the dagger and just shanks him in,
Right
in
up,
between
right
the.
up. Oh, I was going to
Go
say
ahead.
right up under the chin.
Okay, just under the chin as
he
it
spins around.
Mouth sort of held shut, so you all your, and then pull the dagger out, and it falls down dead.
I'm glad I'm in the
I
other
look at
room.
Shay.
What? He was attacking us.
All right.
I look at Shay and I look
He
at
lit
Shay and I.
Tobias on fire.
Oh yeah, I'm on fire.
Yeah, but it's not your turn. That was
Oh,
an
are
opportunity
we not
attack.
out of combat now?
No,
Opportunity.
Oh, okay.
there's still stuff going on, just not in this room. So Silhouette is going to attack the bees or wasps that are on her. The two
Bees can
red
hang.
ones will be unarmed. She's using flurry of blows. Flurry of bees. I can't read that. Oh, okay, that hits. That hits. Do the 2 9s plus stuff hit?
They like to swoop at him when he's in the building, but
They only
I
have
just
an
say,
AC of 12.
"Hi,"
So that's 4
and there
hits.
they go. Delete
She
this
tries to
item.
beat some bees.
Good job, baby.
Wow.
I track them to their homes and fill it up with foam.
That's 1 key point.
Well, that's your job.
True.
2
I
8s,
say hi,
2
and then I wait until
6s,
winter, and then
plus-
you take the nests out.
plus. Damn. Plus 20. She just did 46 points of damage.
Holy
On
crap!
the wasps.
That kills 2 swarms. You've never seen Syl move like this before, but it's just bees all over her.
She individually.
She's just plucking bees and flicking them off into each other.
Holy crap!
I rolled. She gets because all the attacks hit, so the quarter staffs to D8. Oh, that's half because they're no, never. But it would have been 20 base damage just from the plus 5s from the dex, and then on the 2 D8s rolled 2 8s, rolled a 6 on the D6 and a 4 on the D6.
Holy cow!
All right.
But that damage is halved against because they're.
Aw.
The
But does
bees.
that still destroy them all?
Wasps.
It
Destroys
destroys
one.
a swarm and part of another swarm.
Still.
Damn.
What? What was that?
Wasps! And Shay, it's your turn.
I just see my friend on fire, and I have absolutely nothing to do to help.
You can just try to pat it out if you want.
Okay.
It's a dex check, not a save.
Does
It's a
Flurry
check.
of pets.
To stop, drop, and roll like not exist in this world, or
Please do flurry of pets.
23.
23 is flurry of pats, yes. You're out.
but also one
Thank
point of damage
you.
from him hitting you all those times.
No, it's like a pat on the back.
Death of 1,000 pats. That's
Shay's
your
eyes just
action.
focus and
It was like Syl with the wasps.
Oh my gosh.
So much monk. Okay.
So much
You only use like 5 feet of movement to get to
Too
him.
monk, too furious. Okay.
I think I'll check the bodies. 'Cause I don't know.
There's
anything.
still other. Okay.
I don't know that anything else is going on.
Oh, kobolds.
You don't
I'm
think-
thinking, why are you checking the bodies of wasps?
you think so? The
Just let him do it.
okay. I mean, fine.
It'll
okay.
be your
he's
next
gonna stay
turn
over
because
here.
it's an action to put him out and it's an action to investigate the bodies.
I thought. Never mind. In that case, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go back out.
Gonna step back out.
Yeah.
You can hear wasps. Basically, is what
I'll go
Syl
help
just
with
yelled.
wasps, then.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what my question was.
I
Like
don't know
they
how far-
hear.
I-
5,
now
10,
I'm hearing
15,
shouts of
20,
wasps before.
25.
Halfway down the ramp
Okay.
already.
30, 35. You can get to
I-
within about 10 feet of where they are, just where it
I can
goes
go
around the corner.
40, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wish wasp
You
would
get to the
see me.
corner. They're 10 feet into the cavern,
In the game,
basically.
not in real life.
About there's like 5
doesn't
feet around the
feel very
corner
nice in real life.
that's excavated, and then it hits the natural cavern.
Okay.
With your base movement, you're 10 feet away.
Okay.
Does that end your turn?
Yep.
All right. That means it's the one little kobold who was behind that rock's turn, and he runs. He turns around and dashes around the corner into where the cave expands a little bit more and then kind of disappears. Well, no, I guess you could. I'm trying to see if you have line of sight. You could see that there's a big cavern, and he runs into there and goes up against the wall, kind of out of sight, and vanishes. That ends his turn. Wick, it's your turn.
I guess I have to go down the hill.
Okay.
So,
You can get to about where Shay got to, about 10 feet away from Syl and Fable with your base movement.
yep. Scramble that way and get to there. And feeling pretty useless at this point, though I did kill 2.
Yeah, that's about where you get, I guess. Okay. It's the wasp's turn. One swarm's going to bite at Syl and one at Fable.
Cool.
That's going to hit Syl and miss Fable. Because that's a 8 against you. That misses, I'm sure.
Nope.
They deal 12 points of piercing damage as you just hear Syl just yell out in the hall. Ah! That ends the wasp's turn, though. They're going to stay swarmed on your spaces. Brings us back to the top with Fable.
So the kobold is gone.
He ran into the cavern and out of sight.
Okay. I don't feel like chasing him down. And then the only other thing left is the wasps, right?
Yeah, you've got a number of them on you and a number of them on Syl still.
Okay. I guess can I attempt to flurry of blows them too?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So how do I roll that?
You get 2. Technically, you would get 2 regular attacks plus 2 unarmed strikes. So you get 4 attacks.
Okay. That one. Wait, what's my modifier on these? My dex?
Dex and proficiency.
Oh, okay. 18,
Yep.
26.
Yep.
This one is a 15.
Yep.
10.
Total 10.
10 total.
All right, well, that was your last.
Oh,
That was
okay.
4th. So 3 hits.
I stopped counting.
3 hits. You get to do on the first 2. You get to do weapon damage if you want, and on the third one you get unarmed strike D6.
Okay. Like, which weapon?
Whatever you have. I guess your
I guess
scythe
my
is out.
scythe would be
so
the-
you're just kind of scraping them off your arms with that.
Yeah.
So you would roll. The total would be 4d4 and a d6 plus your dex 3 times.
Wait, why ended? Is the D6 because of the flurry of blows?
That's the unarmed strike attack. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So,
Do you want
4d4?
some? Do you want some d4s or here? If you add that to yours,
here I have. Okay, so that's 11 plus 5 is 16 plus my dex.
3 times your dex because you had 3 times.
Okay, plus 9.
So 25,
25.
halved to 12. Okay, you've thinned out the one swarm to about half its original size. So you got about maybe a dozen or so bees still crawling around on you.
Okay.
Wasps. I keep saying bees. It's more fun to say bees. I'm just going to say bees, guys.
It makes a difference.
It does. Does that end your turn? That is your bonus and your action.
Yeah, I guess.
And mark off a key for flurry of blows.
I still haven't taken a single point of damage this entire game.
That's
Yep.
good.
I have.
I'm used to being like the tank though, so it's weird.
You're up, Toby.
Oh. Well, I will go and start running down the hill.
Okay. You see all the broken pots and stuff there that were sort of rigged. If one of them broke, all of them broke was kind of the way they were set up.
They
There's a
hold
bunch of
on to
pot
us.
shards, and
B. Roy Jenkins.
Yes.
you can make it. You're 10 feet slower than everybody else, so you don't quite make it to the curve in the hallway unless you dash or something.
No, I'm not going to dash.
All right, so you're just about to be around the corner, kind of near where those pots were.
So, but I still don't I can't. You know what? I'm gonna dash.
Okay. You dash around the corner. You can see basically Silhouette and Fable trying to get these bees off of them, wasps off of them.
Can I get down to where the other guy, the tunnel?
Yes, exactly.
You could get about 10 feet past the rest of your party in that direction.
I would like to do that.
Okay.
Doing nothing.
So, I guess Sil will be picking the things off just to metagame a little bit and say, "Now another one went that way." And as you go by. All right. Does that end your turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now it's Silhouette's turn. She's got to fight the wasps. So, that's not as good. 1 hits.
Oh, Sil.
10 damage halved to 5. And that ends her turn. Shay.
I'm going to attempt to kill the last of the wasps.
Okay, there's some on each of them still. So
Okay. So
Flurry of pats.
I'm not flurrying, but I will do 2 normal. They're all
So
Pat.
he slaps each of us one time.
pat attacks, but
right.
yeah. I rolled 2 14s, 14 plus
Yeah.
things, and then the third one's going to be it's a 10 total.
No.
Okay.
The 2 first ones hit.
6 plus 7, 13 total.
So 6. On the ones on Fable or Sill?
Oh, I thought they were all part of one swarm.
Mm-mm.
Fable.
There were 3 swarms. Okay.
We have to protect Fable.
There's still a couple on Fable, but Sill's still covered in them.
She'll be fine.
Does that end your turn?
Yes.
Kobold ran. Wick.
Flurry of pats. Or just,
Okay.
pats.
3 pats.
Sure.
On who?
Fable, then Sill.
All right, well, roll 1 and roll your damage if you want, and then we'll see if there's still any
17 plus stuffs.
left. Okay.
3 plus 5.
8. Okay, you've cleared them off of Fable.
And Sill is 15
Yep.
plus 8.
8 damage.
Yes. 3
Okay.
plus 5.
So 4. Okay. They're down to about half the swarm on her. Still quite a few.
Pat. Pat, 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 pat.
She did 1 more.
14 plus 6.
Yes.
5 plus 5.
Another 5. Okay. Just a few wasps left.
And I might slightly smack her a little too hard upside the head trying to get that last wasp.
Me?
No, her.
Oh.
There's still a few more, but does that
Oh.
end your turn?
Yep.
All right, now it's what's left of the wasp's turn.
Well, yeah.
Half the swarm, and they miss. So they try to bite, but they're not really hurting her anymore after all those other bites. So with that, they have very little health left. So before it will come back around to them, it's easy enough to see that they're not going to get in any more bites. So you guys clear the rest of the wasps off Silhouette. How far are you going?
Keeping on running.
Okay. You
Uh,
can. He's a little bit ahead of you guys as you sort of sit there and help finish off the last couple of wasps. Tobias moves ahead, and you see the cavern open into sort of a big natural room. I gotta keep Silhouette out here. And once you get a little bit closer to it, where you get around the corner, you can see that it's no longer those gnomish engineered tunnels. It's a wider and taller cave passage, and then a really wide spot. The walls are slick and glisten with the torchlight from your companions behind you. And about 30 feet up that path where you've already run to with your movement this turn, you can see it opening up to this cavern pocket about the size of that gnome camp above, 30 or 40 feet across. It's stalactites dripping from the ceiling, and a narrow exit beyond sort of a big stalagmite hanging down on the far side of the cave, up near like the way you're looking, like the top right corner of this room. And then the cave also seems to extend around the corner to the left side, curving out of sight in a wide path. That sort of shows it might continue on more that way, but you can't really see from where you are. But that would be kind of your full movement to get to the opening.
Do I see any movement in, like, that guy running?
Roll a perception check.
15.
Yeah, you see him just as you get around the corner, as he dove kind of behind a rock.
How close to me?
He's getting on toward that top corner of the room. So he's maybe, I gotta look at the map, maybe 25 feet in that direction. Yeah. And he kind of ducked completely behind the rock.
So I couldn't shoot him with a longbow?
You just caught a glimpse of him, like he took full cover.
I'm going to sprint. I'll dash the rest of the way next to him.
Okay. You dash into the room and you get over kind of toward that rock, or you could skirt around it or go over it. Is there any way you want to go? Or
Over it.
okay, so you kind of jump on top of the rock and get ready to strike at that kobold who's looking back up at you. All right. It would be his turn. He's going to try to book it toward the... I guess before he goes, he's going to try to stab instead of dashing, and then he's going to try to book it. 16,
Yeah, that hits.
5 points of piercing damage, and then he runs toward the back corner of the room.
Attack of opportunity.
Okay.
With my pitchfork.
Okay,
9.
it's going to miss. He just zips out of your way and heads toward the center of the room. Okay. We'll keep the initiative going, though. So Silhouette is just sort of hurt, I guess. She doesn't really know what to do, so she's going to hold her action at this point and just say, "What? Why were there so many wasps?" And it's your turn, Shay.
Wait, did we skip me?
Mm-mm.
If it was just Tobias's turn.
Oh, that was everybody, I guess. We should go back to the top, because we were saying
when you got to the top, you said that
they were putting
basically-
Silhouette out.
Yeah.
Taking all the wasps off of her at first. But Tobias wasn't with everybody else. So go ahead, Fable. You can have an action this round, and then we'll go
Can
back
I-
to Syl. We'll skip these two on the
I
way
wanted
down.
to use a couple points of healing on her.
Okay, that would be great.
'Cause I still have my pool, so. How many is she down?
12.
Okay. I'll give her 7 points.
Okay, that's great. So you just kind of lay hands on her, and here in the dark, it glows. This radiant light coming out of Fable's hands, and you can see some of the bites on Silhouette just sort of fade down into her skin, and she breathes a little easier. Okay, does that end your turn?
Yeah.
All right, Shay, what do you want to do?
Dashing after Squiddy.
Okay, with a dash, you could...
80 feet.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. With 50 feet, you could get to where he is.
Okay, I'm where he is. How far away is the kobold?
Made it up near the corner of the room, maybe 15 feet away up against a wall.
Blah. Okay, I'll just make it up to...
All right. Wick?
I hopefully definitely dodge past all the pots. Well, no, you said they already all broke. So I dodge past all the pots, rush into the cavern, and recap of where everybody is.
Yeah, you're already past the pots, kind of. So,
Yeah.
The cavern, you can see the two of them are
It's
maybe...
like bean shaped.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, kind of looks like a brain. There's
Favorite terrain.
30, 20-something feet into the room. The two of them are standing by a big rock. And then there's a kobold up in the top of the room to the right.
Can I see said kobold?
Not in your torchlight, probably, no.
How far can I move, and then can I see said kobold? Can I get in line with them?
If you dash.
But then I can't attack.
Yeah.
That's Dallas.
I'm really confused now. Okay, so there's one kobold left. Fine, I'll just go up there, even though I don't feel like I've done much of anything.
All right, so you run up to where everybody else is.
Yep.
Aww.
I need the monster manual back, please.
Aww.
What page? Yes.
Kind of looks like a brain. Don't be a mind flayer.
All right, so
It's a mind flayer.
with that, the big stalactite in the middle of the room extrudes these huge tentacles,
Oh,
opens
no.
a giant maw and one big yellow eye. And in one motion, 4 tentacles whip out. One at the
Why is it
kobold
always tentacles?
and one at each
Sorry.
one of you.
But
in the
why?
room.
Sorry,
Is-
Sam.
It's okay.
I know what this is.
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
What is it?
Something we should get away from.
Something I should get away from in particular?
What?
Mine? What is it?
Now let's attack
Forget
at
name
the
of it, but it's basically a
kobold.
giant stalactite that moves real slow, but it's very scary.
Oh.
He just whips into the kobold, pulls it in. The
Oh, great,
kobold's
he's a
dead.
friend.
And then the 3 that attack you,
I mean, the enemy of my enemy,
You.
right? Oh.
22,
Who?
16.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta stop using that dice. I can't see it in this light. 12. So, Shay and Tobias, these giant tendrils whip out, and you are currently grappled. It doesn't. Well, I guess the kobold's still alive. It doesn't do any damage yet.
Yet.
And you are maybe 10 feet away from this thing or 15 feet away from it as it starts to pull you toward it with the tentacles or tendrils. All right, it is back to the top of the order. Fable's turn.
I'm gonna catch up with them.
Okay, if you dash, you can get all the way in, but you would see with your dark vision right when you got to the edge of the room with 5, 10, 15, 25 feet of movement, you would see this roper entity hanging from the ceiling. Its big, toothy maw open, its big yellow eye gleaming in the sort of darkness, a little bit of torchlight, as it's just reeling in Tobias and Shay with its tendrils.
So that's my action, I guess.
No, it depends. To get to the edge of the cavern is only 25 feet before you could see it, but it's
Okay.
still 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet in front of you hanging from the ceiling. So it's up to you if you want to dash or
You could
what.
stop and longbow it if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll stop and longbow it.
Okay.
Aim for
The
the
glowy
eye.
eye.
I'm aiming for the eye.
Okay.
That's 23.
That hits.
For 9 points of damage.
Okay. All right. So with that, it doesn't quite get in the center of the eye, but it hits kind of like where the tear duct would be or something. And you hear it kind of as it strikes into it. It looks like you heard it. The tendrils whip out in pain, but still hanging there.
Uh-huh.
Anything else?
That's about it.
Okay. Oh, you would get a second if you want it. A second.
Didn't I? Wasn't that my second? Oh, yeah.
That was just one.
I guess I'll use the bow again while
Okay.
I look something else up. Nat 20.
Yeah. Very nice.
So I rolled twice, right?
Yep. And then add the dex once.
8.
Ooh.
1. Well,
No,
everything evens out.
9 plus.
Plus 3 is 12.
Nice. So that second one, right near where the first one was, almost directly after it, sinks in pretty deep. But this is a pretty big creature, so it's still looking okay. But
Yeah, that's fair.
definitely hurt it. All right. You want to move? You want to stay where you are?
I'm good.
Okay. Oh boy, Tobias, it's your
Right.
turn.
So he's pulling me in. I'm grappled.
Mm-hmm.
He's made out of
You're
stone?
currently also restrained while grappled. He does look like he has a pretty tough exterior, like rocky, because until he opened his mouth and extruded the tendrils, he looked like any other rock.
Mm-hmm.
You probably would have seen these being in the Underdark before, and they are very armored, sort of like tough, stony creatures.
Stone. Like, so knowing
It's
the
not
Underdark,
made out of rock, but
I'm thinking, like, is he going to be more susceptible to thunder wave?
you could maybe roll a nature check about that.
18 plus.
You don't think he's necessarily vulnerable to that?
I'm still gonna do it. Thunder wave.
Okay. That will reach. That's not a save. I need you. Well, you're restrained.
I gotta get one big hit on you per campaign.
You have disadvantage on dex saves. Wait, is it a dex?
Constitution.
It doesn't affect you then. Well, that's a 13 then on a con save. Does that save? His
No.
con's better than his dex.
No, mine's
Okay.
14.
Okay.
So I need to roll a con save instead?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Okay, so we'll both take full damage.
Sorry. 1, 4, 5 damage, and
5
you get pushed
damage.
10 feet away.
I don't, but
Okay. I think with that, he loses his grip on the ceiling and kind of comes crashing down toward the ground.
Bludgeoning damage. Fall damage.
It's not that high,
There was a stalactite right there that went right through his eye, though.
Might.
Uh-huh.
so he just kind of ends up on the ground. He's not immune to prone, so I'll say prone.
All right.
I'm going to give him a... Okay, he hangs on to you guys.
Oh,
That probably does it.
yeah.
All right. Silhouette is going to run up to where Fable is. And
Of course she is.
She loves you.
she does. She's going to throw 2 sling shots at this guy.
This is too much responsibility.
One of those is going to hit. Hey, 11 points of damage with a rock.
Do a rock.
Crashes into like this thing's gums, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. All right.
If you don't know, who would?
Whoever invented this ugly thing. All right. That ends Silhouette's turn. Shay, you're up.
okay. 2 attacks with my
At the tendril.
at the tendril with my daggers. Not great. Probably neither one of them's going to hit, but 19.
Doesn't hit.
Yeah, I didn't think so. That was the high one. Then I'm going to spend a key point to patient defense.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, so you just can't seem to damage the tendril as you
Wait,
stab
restrained. Can I still attack him? It's
at disadvantage,
disadvantage.
but you missed.
I missed
so,
anyways.
Yeah. So you just trying to stab into it. It's just too hard for the dagger to really make any entry into the tendril. And patient defense, that will end your turn. Wick.
Run up and try to stab it, punch it, whatever in the eye.
All right, it's prone, so you'd
4
have advantage.
times. I'm going to use Flurry of Blows on this time,
Okay.
which would total 4 attacks.
Yep.
13 plus 6, 19.
Nope. Poof, into the rock.
14 plus 6, not nat 20.
20 hits. That's what you need to hit.
Oh.
Nope. Yes.
That's it. That's 4.
That was
Okay.
4.
Math.
So 1 weapon, 1 unarmed.
1 punch.
5 plus 5.
Okay.
2 plus 5.
Okay. Poof, poof. Eventually getting into it.
Hey, I hit it.
Not bad. Does that end your turn?
I think I already used my bonus action.
Yeah. I skipped the kobold. Forgot he was still alive. Yeah, you can't get out. He tries.
I definitely thought it killed him, if that helps.
Yeah. All right. Next, it's going to try and bite Tobias
Oh.
as it felt that thunder wave. So
I did a lot of damage. Why not bite me?
that's a natural 20.
Ooh.
As it reels you in with this big, meaty tendril into this mouth that, I mean, big mouth, teeth like stalactites down into you.
Yeah.
4.
This one's going to hurt.
Well, it depends how this roll goes, but
Yeah. Tobias is dead.
No, he's not.
That's so many d8s. Oh my
Oh, that's
god.
so many dice.
So many d8s, Will.
Ah,
it looks
beans.
about average. 8, 12, 24, 30,
Dead.
7,
Down.
39, 43 points of piercing damage. What's your current health?
30.
Well, it doesn't put you into the negative of your number, but it definitely knocks you unconscious.
What am I, negative?
Well, you're 0.
Oh,
But I was just seeing if it was an instant death.
insta-death.
You are way unconscious as you see Tobias almost bitten in half. And kind of his odd mind flayer insides exposed. He's going to need some actual attention. Okay. That ends this thing's turn.
It's a shame because I'm the one who can heal, and I just went.
And it is Fable's turn.
Oh. I thought that was
Wait.
Tobias's turn.
No, we don't have 85 kobolds this time, so the round's a little
delete
shorter.
that. My memory is bad.
But it is your turn.
I want to heal Tobias.
Okay. You have plenty of movement to get up there. He just kind of slumps.
Yeah. I guess I'll use my movement since if I have to get up there.
Yeah,
next
it doesn't
to
say
him.
he swallowed it yet, so it's like on his teeth as he run up there.
Hasn't swallowed
like
it.
stuck in his teeth.
Swallowed.
Hasn't swallowed
Tobias?
Yeah, but he's stuck like in this thing's teeth.
Okay, well, I can't get him out and heal him, so I'm just
Right.
going to heal him
Okay.
for 13 points.
Okay. I'm going to say, Tobias, you're going to be at disadvantage on any constitution checks or saves until you can either take a long rest or have a restoration or something, because you were way into the negative and your guts are still not right.
Okay.
Does that end your turn?
I mean, that's my action, so I guess.
All right. You can remember, but it costs you to do it.
Oh,
You can use that in the future as like your flurry of blows. Like you can
Yeah.
attack and you can heal.
that would have been better,
rem-
but that's fine.
Well, I mean, healing him was the bigger priority.
It was, yeah. And technically I could disengage, but I'd rather wait here in case it attacks again so it doesn't attack him again.
Right. Ooh, I didn't realize that the thing could do that.
Goodbye.
Oh, no.
When he makes that bite, he can also whip his tendril out. So he's going to whip one at Wick. It don't matter. Again, I got to stop rolling that dice because I can't read it. But it's a 12, so it didn't matter that I missed it.
Hit
And
me!
I think everybody else was
Ha!
far away.
Jerk.
But it's not
Stalling.
prone anymore. It stood up. Silhouette is going to rush in.
Isn't it Tobias's turn?
Oh, yeah. He is conscious. It is your turn.
All right. Can
You're
I-
in its teeth.
That's my
Can
boy.
I not get it in its teeth? Can I stand up?
Unget into
Technically,
seat.
you're still in its tendril, too.
So I'm
He's just biting you.
Use
And
like a strength save.
I want to get out.
yeah, that would be a strength check at disadvantage because of the athletics check at disadvantage because of the restrained condition. It's a nat
Plus-
20 plus 4.
Oh, come on.
You're still in its tendril. All right.
Kobold.
No, now it's Syl.
But I can't do
Oh,
anything.
Kobold, yeah.
No,
he is
Kobold's
before
still
that.
alive.
I
Can
have
I-
these out of order now.
Can I drink my brown layered potion?
Didn't
Yeah.
you learn not to do that as the Grace Wizard?
I'm
did.
gonna die.
No, you're not. Not on my watch.
I drink it.
Okay.
What happens?
You gain a climbing speed. Your climbing speed is now 30.
Does he have any way of knowing this as Tobias?
Yes. He has the urge to climb.
Wait. Darn it, that was a bonus action. All right, never mind.
You could have second winded.
I could have done a lot of other things.
Okay. The kobold tries to break free with a 3 on the disadvantage. That's not going to happen. Silhouette, I guess, will now run up there since Fable's up there. And she's going to smack this thing with her quarterstaff. It's a 23
Oh my gosh.
for 10 points of damage. And she's going to use a key point to try Stunning Strike.
I was about to.
I feel like a bad role model because everything I do, she copies, and I keep forgetting that she's going to copy whatever stupid thing I do.
That's what it's about. All right, so stunning strike. This thing has to roll a
Constitution.
con save. It does 22.
Motherfucker.
Burns her second key point and
No.
doesn't stun the thing, but she's going to make her next weapon attack. That's going to miss. And then she's going to... Well, damn. Then she's just going to punch it. Or kick it.
Monkey punch, punch,
Yeah,
kick.
that's going to hit.
Right in the eyeball and it dies.
She just kicks it kind of in the corner of its mouth for 8 points of damage.
She kicked it real hard.
And that makes it Shay's turn. You are still restrained by this thing.
I'm gonna try to stab it twice.
The tendril.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, because you're not right up next to it. It hasn't
Right.
reeled you.
Oh, one's a 17 plus things.
Yep.
So and then one's a natural 20.
Kill it. Kill it.
They're at disadvantage. So the 17 plus thing hits. Roll your second attack.
Okay.
Aww.
I suppose I should be grateful he gave me that. So the low one's a 9. No, it's not going to be 20. I know
One
that.
will hit.
I was so happy too. It's going to be 6 damage,
Yeah, okay.
and I'd like to try a stunning strike.
It says on here that dealing damage to the tendril does nothing to the creature, so it wouldn't stun the creature.
Oh man.
But you deal 6 damage to the tentacle.
Okay.
But
Oh.
it's cut partway through, but it's still got a hold on you.
Okay.
You still have your bonus.
Yeah. If I stepped of the wind, would that help me get out of this thing's grasp? Disengage,
No, just
no?
let you disengage or dodge.
Alright, well.
Or no, or dash, but you can't really.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to go flurry of blows and try to punch this thing 2 more times.
In the tendril still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I can't get to the...
Right.
That's a miss. That's a miss. 2
Okay.
misses.
Just hard. Can't really seem to hurt it. I mean, you're hitting it,
Yeah.
but it just doesn't hurt it. All right. Wick, it's your turn.
Gonna try and hit it in the eye
Okay.
with my torch.
Okay, gonna use a fire attack. Fire water attack.
With the
Or are you poking it with the torch?
I'm poking it in the eye with the torch.
with the grapple and restrained, I can't move any closer to the main body either, can I? It's
You
just
can't
got me
move at
locked
all.
down in one space.
I think.
'Cause-
Restrained, your movement speed.
Is taken to 0.
Movement speed is 0.
All right.
Because I don't want to hit them with my fire water, so I'm just gonna stab it in the eye with
Okay.
the torch.
That sounds good.
Or attempt very intently. 17 plus 6, 23.
That hits.
7.
Okay.
Any fire damage?
That is fire
Torchy
damage.
torch. Oh.
Well, I mean that's your damage. Just sizzles up against this thing near the eye.
18 plus 6,
Yes.
5 plus 5,
Wow. Okay.
and bonus strike, this time using stunning strike.
You have to use that on your last hit that you just hit with. So I have to roll a save if you want to do that.
Okay, yeah. And then I want to punch
The
it
nice
again.
thing about stunning strike, you do it after. You don't have to do it and then miss, and then
It's like smites.
so it's up to him to make a save though. That's a 16 to save. All right, that spends your key point. Then you still have your bonus attack.
And I guess I can't do it again.
Not with your unarmed strike, no.
Fine. That doesn't do anything because that's a 12.
All right, but it's still a good round. With the torch, you sizzle it, and you get a kick in pretty good on it. Oh, no, that was both with the torch, I guess. So it screams out pretty good, but it's still up. It's looking pretty rough. It's hard
Not
to
the
tell.
kobold, just him. Her.
Yeah.
It. Sorry.
All right,
They.
its turn.
We got there.
It's
Eventually.
gonna reel everybody that's in its grasp into it this time, and it's gonna try to bite. There is no 4 in my equation. There is no 4 in my equation.
Then it bites nobody. It chews on its
Tobias.
own teeth. It misses.
Not Tobias.
No.
Bite me. Bite me. I've not.
Please bite me.
Bite me.
I've taken 0 damage
It's a
in
21
anything
to
we've
hit,
done
Tobias.
Yeah.
Come on. Please.
No, too many
I
damage.
want to
not
take damage.
Oh.
Oh,
many
I was going to say it's not a crit this time, but it's still...
Fable and Wick.
32 points of damage.
Fable and Wick are like trying to pry the teeth
I'm
off
not
of him.
at half. Wait. I am not at half.
Yeah, but it has to get you to the negative of your total health, which it doesn't do.
Almost. It's like a point away.
No, what's your
No.
total
No.
health?
43?
Yeah, but you say you had 13.
Yeah, and it was 30.
Yeah, it didn't even hit you for your full health.
Oh.
So if it has to get you to the negative of your health to instantly kill you.
You
Okay.
come down to 0 and then go another 43.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
you're back to 0, and
Your guts are rearranged yet again.
yeah, I don't know.
And I feel like what
There's
I did was
long term,
pointless.
like Tobias' career as a monk is maybe in danger at this point in terms of martial arts.
That's all he ever wanted.
Let's see.
Why couldn't? Okay.
With that, it's also going to whip a tendril, new tendrils out at Fable, Wick, and Syl.
Fine. Whatever.
Fine, we can take it.
Fable, 22. Wick,
Oof.
25.
Sure.
Syl, 12. So the two of you are now restrained and
I
grappled.
cast the hellish rebuke.
It doesn't hurt you.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, darn it.
I know you want to get
I've
hurt
been
so
waiting.
bad.
I've been waiting this entire game.
It's your turn,
It's my turn.
Curse you.
Hit me.
and you are restrained
How restrained?
by this thing's tendril. It hasn't reeled you in yet, so you're
Like,
still
can I
kind of
still
at
use
the
my
edge.
weapons?
You can at disadvantage.
What would my other option be?
Try to escape with your action. It's a strength check with disadvantage.
Cool. Well, I can't die, so.
Not yet.
I can't die yet.
We'll see.
He could just make you roll another character.
What I would like is if this thing died and that last kobold killed you guys.
And he becomes the Kobold King!
You're evil.
That's terrible.
Meanie.
I guess.
He's had 1 health since Fable hit him in the hallway.
Yeah, I'm gonna
On the
attack.
class of like 13, so.
Ping. I throw
You're gonna
a
what?
rock at
I'm gonna
him.
attack.
So what are you? If you're gonna do a melee attack, you can only go at the tendril, which might cut you loose, or you could try to shoot the thing. You'd be at disadvantage on
I mean,
either.
I have
so.
2 attacks, don't I?
Yeah, but are you attacking the thing or the tendril?
Can I do one of each?
You
I mean, both will be at disadvantage.
yeah, you
but
could. If you do it with your bow, you can. You can't reach the guy. Like you're
Yeah.
at the end of his tendril.
Yeah, I'll use my bow.
Okay, so 1 into the tendril and then 1 into the guy.
Okay, well that's a 2, so the one into the tendril's not gonna hit, and
It's
that's
a disadvantage. So, roll again for the second one and take the lower.
okay. 15.
Nope, it's just sails past the tendril, and then the other rock just the other arrow bounces off one of his stony
At
scales.
some point, I'm probably gonna run out of arrows, huh?
All
We
right,
had 10 shots.
Tobias, make a death saving throw, please.
10.
That's a pass. The one kobold is going to try to escape. Wow, that could happen. And his disadvantage rolls are pretty high. He gets free.
Oh, God.
He runs 30 feet, and he's still within this thing's range. He's going to dash.
Get out of this thing's range and suffer an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Get right
Tendril attack of opportunity.
Honestly, at this point, I'm rooting for this kobold.
Nope, 16. Right as he's about to be out of the cavern, it grabs him around the ankle. He's like, ah, shit. And now you realize kobolds speak common.
And is apparently Kip.
Kill him.
And
Well, I was rooting for
Silhouette's
him.
He's
turn.
trying to infiltrate anyway.
She's going to try to...
She? Oh, Sil.
Silhouette.
Sorry, my brain's still on not Kip.
We're all doing so good today. Everyone pat yourself on the back.
I guess she's going to hit this thing with her... It's looking rough, so... 23. 6 points of damage will take care of the 4 that it has left. So Sil
Yay!
pops it, and it
Oh my gosh.
just starts to onto the ground with
Big
a
guy?
big thump. And it is dead.
Why are your NPCs consistently more competent than the rest of us?
I rolled good
It's
for them for
rigged.
some reason. Fable, it's your turn.
Is it dead?
Yep.
Okay.
But
The
the kobold
kobold
isn't.
isn't.
Wait, I thought it was
James.
Sil's turn.
That was her turn.
So the next up is Shay.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
Shay still hyperventilating from the scary.
It's still half wrapped with the tentacle.
Crawls over to Tobias and shoves a health potion down his gullet.
Yeah.
Have to really
8
dig your hands
2d4
through the tentacles to
plus
get there.
2.
It's definitely an action.
2d4 plus 2.
All right. You take 9 healing.
And you're rough right now. Wick.
I drink my healing potion that I have as well.
And it's not back to you in the initiative yet. We
Oh.
technically still have somebody on the field.
We still have a
Oh, I
kobold.
guess so.
Where's the kobold?
He is.
I don't want to kill him at this point.
He
We've been
is
through so much
50 feet
together.
away, which was this thing's range. That's as far as he got before it slapped him again.
I'll throw a dart at it.
Okay, I think disadvantage because it's on the long end of your range.
20, 60.
The long end of your range.
But it's less than 60.
Yeah, that's
60
right.
is the max you can throw it. 20
Okay,
is the
so
max
I take
you
10,
can.
15 feet walk, and then I throw a dart.
If you move 30 feet toward
grim
it, then you would be
specter of
within
death.
20 feet.
Okay, yeah. Removing disadvantage.
Yes,
13.
that hits. That's his AC.
Oh.
He has 1
That's-
HP left. He's dead.
Yeah.
No, you'd use a D6.
8. No, it's a D4 for darts.
Right.
Martial arts
Darts
die.
are a monk weapon, so you can use your martial arts die instead.
6 plus 5, 11.
There you go.
He's super dead.
In the back of the head, he just crumbles.
And he skids along the ground. And now we can be out of the initiative order.
Yay!
4, 3, 7 plus 2.
Except for the fact that 17 more stalactites.
No! This is almost as bad as the psychic spider thing that we did
Yeah,
last
but it
year.
still didn't hit me even one time, and it still didn't hit Shay bad enough for it to matter. So
I was
Or me.
Also,
again. I was very much considering
second
unsettling
wind.
visage.
Huh?
Second wind.
Yeah, okay.
You were sitting there.
Do you want to try to rest?
Yes.
Short rest.
Let's
You kept
rest.
rolling those D4s, like to see which target was. It's like,
when do I get key points back? Only after a long rest.
Short
right?
rest.
Short rest.
Oh, nice.
Do you guys want to try to rest? And if so, where? So first, let's settle the scene right here. So it's up to you if you want to do that stuff, because something could still happen before you get a chance
Let's
All
loot
right,
and go
then I
back
don't
to the
wanna
little
do
room.
to do anything.
I
And
don't
put
want to
the
do
wall
that
up.
then. I'll just stay at 9.
Let's loot and go back to the small room and set
Yeah,
up
we
the
can
wall
go
again.
to the small room where they were hiding.
Yeah, let's go there. And then I'm going to use my last wild shape before this short rest and turn into a giant spider
Ah!
And-
After you've trapped yourself in a room with the rest of us?
and make
kill it!
a
Hold,
terrible.
hold on, but before you do that, are you guys going straight back to the
no,
other room?
loot then. Go.
Yeah.
I'm
What are
looting.
you looting?
What?
the
creature?
Thing and the kobolds.
the roper and the kobolds.
All right.
There are.
Who's looting the roper?
I'll loot the roper.
Roll an investigation check.
16.
Roll a survival check.
You have a magical rocky rope. now.
8.
Okay. There are undigested gems and platinum-looking coins in it. You reach in to grab them
Oh, no.
And take acid damage.
and take 10 points of acid damage.
Oh!
from its digestive enzymes that have digested most things,
Do I still get the
not
stuff?
necessarily those things. You pull out a platinum coin,
Sweet.
which is worth 10 gold.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Kobolds.
Most of them are back toward the way you came from, so you're starting
Can
to
I-
head back that way.
Can I get my sword and my short sword and kind of scrape the gems out?
Yeah, I think after being burned like that, you could try to do that.
Okay.
Your short sword is now a dagger.
Yeah, your short sword pretty much is going to be worthless by the time you're done.
All those gems, I
It's
can
worth
afford
it.
a new one.
Yeah.
Plus
So
there's
you,
I mean, you're
kobolds.
gonna need the weapon right now, but
I use my
you
daggers.
get.
I guess that's true.
I have that. We'll say for now you get 3 emeralds and 6 more platinum pieces.
Sweet. So it takes me up to 70 G total. Okay, cool.
As you search through the
I'm just a
kobolds,
humble monk.
you find mostly, other than the wire stuff that they had over top of them, you find some really cheap leather slings and some beat up daggers that don't match, like they were stolen from somewhere. And you can roll an investigation check above and beyond that.
17 plus 2, 19.
And one of them who's got kind of like looks like a good luck charm at first, and you kind of flip it over, and it was against his neck, and inside of it is just a really nice set diamond. It's probably worth about 200 gold. Looks like he didn't care about the diamond, like the way he wore it. He liked the little metal that it was made out of, which is probably silver or something, but the diamond is actually pretty valuable. Other than that, it's just trinkets, and some of them even have things like acorns in their pockets.
Ooh, acorns.
In case we get another spell squirrel.
Right. And the rest of you head back toward that little room and post up. Now, what were you going to do?
I'm gonna wild shape into a giant spider.
Okay, all of a sudden,
After you've
Tobias
sealed yourself into a room with
turns
us.
into a big spider.
And I'm going to create a web that kind of makes us safe.
Over that opening.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Ew, what are you
That's
doing?
wild,
I think
but
you
okay.
could do that pretty quickly. Just sort of make a general web. It might not completely stop somebody from coming through, but should slow them down or maybe tie them up.
Yeah.
And
Still don't touch
really
that.
sticky.
Can I take the empty healing potion vial that I dumped down his gullet and say, can you maybe put one of your poison teeth in this?
No.
I have no idea.
Oh,
what
can I
you're
get some
saying.
venom?
Yeah.
Are you
That's
a
what he's
venomous
asking for.
spider?
Yeah.
Get some goo from the
If you have-
thingy down there.
If you have poison, I'd say you could probably put some in there.
Venom. Sorry,
That's
the
a good sound.
bug lover of me says it's venom, not poison.
I said venom.
You have a vial of spider venom.
Sweet.
Thank you.
You guys are all nasty.
I have acorns
Can we take a long rest?
and a pouch of dirt. I could grow a tree.
I think we probably should.
You say a long rest?
I'm hurting.
Yes.
I'm fine.
Nothing hit me today.
I feel fine.
I can try to do a short rest, but I've got 8 hit points.
I would like a long rest.
You could try. You know it's pretty well trafficked in here, or do you think it's pretty well trafficked in here with the kobolds?
Maybe we should just do a
It's
short
up to
rest
you.
then. Yeah, I think a short rest would be better.
Okay.
I know you're hurting.
It's
I'm hurting
possible,
too.
but might not get it.
I don't know.
I think we should just do a short rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we all still have healing potions. Well, most of us do. And I
Yeah,
still have a
let's do a
couple
short
points in my
rest.
healing pool.
You get your wild shapes back on a short
Yeah.
rest. You guys can manage to complete a short rest here. So I'll roll a hit dice for
15.
But I don't get my healing pool back till a long rest, right?
right.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know if you can look it up on your phone. The Way of Tranquility, you could see because I don't know that for sure. Sill's back to full health with that.
Way of tranquility. 5e.
is it in real life?
8:32.
We have to pick up
Yeah,
our
we
puppy.
should
Yeah,
really
this
get
is
going.
probably a place to stop. So, as you go back up in the tunnel to the little siding room, trying to get a breather from this cavern fight here, you put up a web. You sit there for about an hour, and not too long after that, you start to hear a some draconic speaking and kobold chatter from further down back toward those pots in the hallway that you guys just came from. As you hear them sort of walk by on like a patrol, but don't seemingly check out your little cubbyhole there, and continue away. And with that, we will hold off and finish the other part of this dungeon next week, guys.
Yay! Yay for next week. Thanks for sharing our date night with us and exploring a whole new world together. We'll see you again next week. Until then, keep in touch by following us on Twitter at D8 Night Podcast or visiting d8nightpodcast.com.